A great actress playing a great character in a great costume on a great series. Let's see if this helmet can live up to the standard. Let's get into this. All right, welcome to another episode of Paul's Collectibles. If you're new to the channel, it's good to have you. Thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. Or if you're one of my subscribers or somebody who's been checking out my videos for a while, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Today, we're going to be talking about what is my main jam here on Paul's Collectibles. Full-size Star Wars helmets. This time, the Bo Katan helmet from an Etsy shop called Empire Essentials. And if you've watched any of my videos in the past about these helmets, you'll know that I like to focus on customer service, how the helmet was packed, and the quality of the helmet, especially if it comes from a private vendor where quality and standards can vary. So let's talk about the customer service to begin with. Right off the bat, absolutely blown away. I placed the order for this helmet back in November and got an email back from the owner of the shop immediately stating, hey, we're backed up. It's the holidays. I'm having a little problem getting materials, I think, but I'll get on this as soon as I can and it will most likely be there in January for you. I was totally cool with that. Communication is a big part of these Etsy transactions, especially since I had researched buying this helmet for probably 4 to 5 months before actually pulling the trigger. Later on, as I follow Empire Essentials on Facebook, he was making some posts about other helmets coming out and people were talking back and forth. And I made a post stating, hey, I have the Bo Katan helmet coming in January and I can't wait. I'm really excited to get it in hand. There was a catch though. About an hour later, I get a Facebook message from somebody I don't know, and I go ahead and jump in and see what it's about. Turns out it's the owner, Matt, from Empire Essentials, who tells me, Paul, I don't have anybody with your name who has a Bo Katan helmet ordered for January. And I stressed for a second. I was like, oh no, what a catastrophe. And then it dawned on me. We had used a credit card that has my wife's name on it because that's the one we use for online purchases because she gets rewards and things like that, and he did not make the correlation. So I explained it to him, he was totally understanding, and I thought that was very cool for him to reach out to what ostensibly was a stranger and try to figure out what was going on. Great stuff. Later on, as they started building the helmet, because this is a 3D print, he sent me another email and said, hey, we're getting your helmet ready, Paul. We're working on it and it should be ready in January, just like I stated. And then when it shipped, we got a notice that the helmet had shipped and he checked in once again saying, hey, let me know if anything goes wrong. We finished your helmet and it has shipped. And then finally, after it got here, I was actually on vacation. He sent me another Facebook message and said, hey, Paul, I see that your helmet has arrived. Let me know if there's any problems, and I look forward to hearing your review on it. So as far as customer service is concerned, Empire Essentials knocks it right out of the park. As far as that part, I can highly recommend them. That communication is so key. But with that, let's get this thing in front of some lights, open it up, take a good look at it, and the box it came in, by the way, because you're not going to believe this, and see what I'll be adding to my full-size Star Wars helmet collection today. So we're going to take a look at the box this helmet came in first because this is an awesome box coming from an Etsy shop, and I might actually save it like I do my Hasbro Black Series helmet boxes. Check this out. It's got the Imperial cog on one side, fragile stickers all over the place. It is completely and utterly taped beautifully, and as far as shipping goes, this box is in pristine condition, and Empire Essentials did such a good job. And you can see right here, there's their logo sticker. Just great stuff. Let's get in and see how the helmet looks. So right off the bat, you can see it's packed in styrofoam peanuts. This is going to be fun to unpackage. But we got a note on top. Let's see what that says. Here's the note they sent, and it says, thank you for your purchase. Thanks so much, Paul. At Empire Essentials, we love our customers and would love to hear your feedback. We want to see our products in their new homes. Be sure to tag us, and it's got some of their social media on here. Don't forget to use code LOYALTY10 on all future purchases to receive 10% off your entire order. If you have any questions, let us know. Matt Blaisdell, owner, and that's the gentleman who I went back and forth with, and he sent a receipt as well. So back to the helmet. What's the best way to do this, do you think? Yeah, I agree. Let's just dump the styrofoam. That's going to be a mess to clean up for sure. On each side, he has these great styrofoam plaques, and in there you can see the helmet down inside wrapped in plastic. And when you pull the helmet out, this is what it looks like. It's really, really tightly wrapped, almost like plastic wrap. And with all these purchases, you want to make sure there's nothing more in the box. See? That is probably the viewfinder. And lastly, on the bottom of the box, more of this styrofoam. So now that my display room is completely covered in styrofoam, peanuts, and styrofoam plaques, I can highly recommend Empire Essentials for the packing as well. The helmet came pristine as far as I can tell, and they spared no expense. But let's get a look at the helmet now. Okay, once I got everything out of the plastic, this what was contained inside that box wrapped in the plastic. These 4 pads to put inside the helmet to help the helmet fit you better. They were in a plastic bag inside. 2 of the Velcro pieces for the other side of these pads to put inside the helmet to help it fit you better. This rangefinder, which obviously attaches with these screw and nut configurations right here. But let me show you something really cool. When I was unpacking the helmet, I noticed something. Say I don't want to put the rangefinder on this helmet and I don't want to have like a hole left there where it's supposed to go. Check this out. That is on a magnet and comes right off, and you can stow this somewhere and then install the rangefinder if you like, and then it goes right back on like that. Or if you don't want the rangefinder on it, you can just display it like that. Isn't that cool? Let's get it all together and take a look at this helmet. Okay, there she is all put together out on the stand, and let's take a look. First of all, first impressions, I'm just absolutely blown away. I'm not gonna lie. So this is the only 3D printed helmet I have. And as I understand it from the website, this is printed out of PLA or polylactic acid. And it has a little bit of texture on it, but they did a really good job of sanding this down, and it feels nice and smooth, almost like you would expect a real Mandalorian helmet to feel. The plastic in there, it feels like a flexible plastic visor, and there is some sort of anchoring system down here to keep it from falling off. But the paint on this is phenomenal. It is a little 3-dimensional feeling where the damages you can go across so it doesn't feel like it was painted on there, but it is just beautiful. I think the visor comes in nicely. They've got lots of good weathering. This looks pretty screen accurate. As we come around, you can see the weathering and the dirt that's in here. And if I tap that, you can tell it's a pretty sturdy, decent plastic. Coming around to the one side here, this does not pop off like the other one, but more of that weathering, just a great, accurate paint job. Up here, it's got the tiger stripes like we've seen on her helmet in the Mandalorian series. And we keep coming around, and as you can see, plenty of weathering here. Attention to detail, the darker blue here, coming around. More of the weathering. I like that the dirt looks like it's in places where it should be. This is 3-dimensional. This is printed in. These aren't decals or anything like that. That's really cool. More of that quality weathering. This feels, it's really thick and really sturdy. And as we come around, as I showed you earlier, this is that magnet part that pops off, and it covers up what is a screw and nut configuration so that you can put that on, or you don't have to have it if you don't want to. And then it just magnetizes right back on. And this comes down because of that configuration. And as we come around, you can see visor. This is a mock-up. You can't actually see through this, and there's no LEDs in here or anything. So if you want that, you're gonna have to make one for yourself and rig it up. But for me, this is perfect. I just want to display this helmet, and I need this for the screen accuracy. And then it comes right back up. Looks like you may have to adjust the magnet a little bit, no big deal there. Coming around, just great weathering, good quality, solid printing, and I'm really impressed. I'm usually really reluctant to get a printed helmet, and like I said, this is my first one, but this one is just beautiful. But finally, let's look inside that helmet and see what we see. Okay, you've got to be absolutely kidding me. Look at this. When I buy these helmets from Etsy shops and other makers that are private, they never come with padding inside or anything like that, but look at that. This comes with padding already in the top. There is some of the back of the Velcro, so you can add more pads that we got earlier in that plastic bag. As you can see, the screw down here is not completely done because I'm not sure if I'm going to display it with the viewfinder or not, so I didn't ratchet it all the way down. The visor looks like it's kind of taped in. So I'm not sure what kind of tape that is. It looks like duct tape, to be perfectly honest with you. That's an interesting way to do that. That's probably the only thing that I would even slightly whine about, but because there's like lots of glue options you can use for that, but that's really not a big deal. And it also makes it so that if you want to switch out the visor for something different, since that's a flexible plastic, you can certainly do that. And over here there is what looks like some sort of watermark stamp, and it looks like a bear's foot and some initials, GMD, I think. And then over here you can see Bo Katan 02 and signed. That is just absolutely unexpected. Look at that. It's finished and padded on the inside. Amazing. But there you have it, a quick look at the Bo Katan Kryze full-size Star Wars helmet from the Mandalorian, built by the Etsy shop Empire Essentials. And I gotta be honest with you, this thing exceeded my expectations. Customer service, packing, the price was right around $200, which is just beautiful for these custom helmets like this. And the helmet itself, wow, such good quality, to include a completed interior. Like I said, the only gripe I can even come up with, if I had to be nitpicky about it, was the fact that it appears the visor is taped inside. But once again, that can also be a good thing if you want, because you can pull it off and put a different one on if you don't like this flexible plastic or it gets scratched. And finally, I tried it on my head. It's just a little too small for my head, but that's not bad because I've got almost a size 8 head. It's a huge watermelon, and I'm only going to be displaying this. I'm not going to be using it for cosplay. So I can highly recommend Empire Essentials. I can highly recommend this helmet, and I am thrilled to have this and add it to my collection. So with that, I appreciate you joining me on this video, and I will see you on the next video.